Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? It is your brother Otep and Queen Sekma. We are coming to you live and direct because we're seeing some things that's actually interesting in the news. So we just want to give you Black News 102. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, straight up, raw, uncut, no chasing. So obviously, there's a lot of things going on in the United States these days, and obviously, most of our news broadcast channels don't want to actually publicize it worldwide. So technically, that's where we come in at. So we have our political section when we get down on our Black history. Then we have our other side when we actually starting to put out Black media news, but it needs to be told. People need to hear this type of situation. So with that being said, I'm waiting on Queen Segment to go ahead and start up. What would you like to talk about?
Okay. Okay. I'll go based off of a story I saw this morning. Black grandmother orders a sweet birthday cake for her granddaughter in Cleveland, Ohio, from a grocery store. She says that she has a racial slur on the granddaughter's birthday cake. So, as a Black person, you immediately think, okay, what the hell's going to be on this birthday cake? Like, it's a little child. Like, who fucks up a little baby's birthday cake? Like, who does that, right? Well, apparently, on this birthday cake, it says, "Happy birthday, La Nigga."
What?
L-A, comma, N-I-G-A.
How, Sway?
Nigga.
How? How, Sway?
I don't know how you mess it up, but apparently the little girl's name is Lamaya. So it's Lamiya. So how did you fuck up an M and a Y and turn it to an N and a fucking G? I don't damn know. So apparently, the family is really upset because all the little children are of age to where they can read. And they understand that La Nigga is not Lamaya. And they understand the word nigga, nigger. Obviously, if they're Black, they understand those terms. Okay. The family called the grocery store. The grocery store says, "We apologize. We didn't know that, this had happened. It's a true and honest mistake," is what is being said. Now, they did do a screenshot of the person's handwriting showing how it was written. Now, anyone knows that if a person is writing in cursive, sometimes letters connect, okay? Now, my thing is this, okay? If the person who wrote out the name is the person that made the fucking cake, then yeah, we got a fucking issue. Because I'm sure whenever they're getting the names for these cakes, they ask you, okay, what is the spelling of that name? And I'm sure this woman said Lamiya, but the cake had La Nigga on it. I would be pissed as hell. And an apology does not suffice me. I'm sorry. I need cakes for life. How about that? I need a cake every damn birthday of my family member. Every time I come in, I need a cake. I need a cake. I need a cake. I need a cake. I need cakes for life for that shit. Or you need to be cutting me some kind of stipend for that shit. I want a refund of my motherfucking money. I need a refund of this birthday party that's been ruined because my child got La Nigga written on her fucking birthday cake instead of Lamaya. La Nigga and Lamaya don't even rhyme because it's a G at the end, not a Y at the end. Okay? Those are two different phrases.
Pretty much.
That's some bullshit.
Pretty much.
Now, the manager says it was a true and honest mistake.
Yeah, you hired the wrong motherfucking person. That's the true honest mistake.
How is it a true and honest mistake if you fuck up 2 letters? Not 1, but 2 of the motherfucking letters. 2. So you mean to tell me you think a Black person is gonna name their child a nigga? For real?
Really?
La Nigga.
But we do got some ignorant motherfuckers out there.
But they ain't that damn ignorant to name their child nigga.
Hold on, I ran across a motherfucker with the name Vaseline and shit.
That's different. That's different.
It's French. Vaseline.
Vaseline. I have a great grandmother whose name is Vaseline.
Okay.
That is different compared to nigga
Okay.
and la nigga. So you mean tell me a woman's gonna name her son nigga?
Mm.
She may call, get your little nigga ass over here. She may say some shit like that. Get your nigga, come here. That will be said, but not no damn on a damn birth certificate it say nigga.
Nah.
That is not gonna happen.
Nah.
And she damn sure not gonna name no child or female child la nigga.
So did they sue them, or they trying to pass a lawsuit against them?
My issue is when you said that you would suffice with the outcome. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck happened because it wasn't nothing specified of a change other than the fact the motherfucker apologized saying it was an honest mistake. How the fuck is that an honest mistake? Bitch, I need a cake every motherfucking month. I love cake. So I'm gonna need a cake every goddamn week. I need 4 cakes a month. Sometimes 5 if the month got 5 weeks. I need a cake a month.
Different flavors?
Different flavors. Every single time I go. You need to be coming up with different creations for my black ass. Do you hear me?
Man, that's crazy.
Fucking insane.
That's crazy. What else you got?
Okay, so apparently I saw online yesterday there was a prostitution sting.
Okay.
Okay. Now, don't quote me on this area, but it has to be between these cities. It has to be between Cleveland, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Detroit, Michigan, and then Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
It was a prostitution sting. The mug shots were 6 people. Now, here's the kicker. When you hear the word prostitution or prostitute, what do you think of?
Women.
Okay. Oh, these were a different form of a woman. These were black men dressed as women.
Really?
Yeah, and the issue is, in the mug shots, you can clearly tell it's black men dressed as women, but down below are the names. Ain't nobody got a name change.
What?
Dewan, Kevin, Tariq, those types of names.
Wow.
But you dress like a woman. You out prostituting yourself. Now, my thing is, if you're a prostitute and you're a male prostitute, you should be able to prostitute and not dress up as a woman to prostitute yourself. There's plenty of women that pay niggas to have sex. It's plenty. Just like it's plenty of men to pay women to have sex, and they don't need to be on nobody's street corner.
Nope.
At all. They don't need to be living in no hotel. It's plenty of niggas and women out here paying to have sex.
All day.
What do you think? How do you think some women get their bills paid? Having sex for the money or for them bills to get paid. Now, if that's your hustle, hey, that's your hustle. Not my hustle. That's your hustle.
Yeah. That's your space. You gotta respect it.
But can you imagine? Imagine looking at a prostitution scene and the clear thing you gonna automatically think of, it's some women. It's some ratchet black women that's gonna get locked up that I see.
Yep.
And you see men.
True.
That clearly look like men. Beards with the Peruvian hair.
Yep.
It was one on there that had cheek injections, lip injections.
What? You bullshitting. You went out that deep?
Oh my God, it was so bad. It was like, yo, you don't even look like a woman at all. Horrendous. Now, I've seen some gay men dressed like some women, and they don't look like men. Y'all need to be taking lessons. Like, if that's the lifestyle you living, I'm gonna need you to do better because you're not doing it.
What in the world? Are you serious?
I'm dead ass. I'm just selling what they call it, boy pussy. That's what they doing. They selling boy pussy.
Oh my God.
That's what they say.
Oh my God. So what you got next?
I don't have nothing right now. Oh wait, I got some here. Father beats teen who allegedly caught molesting his son. Black boy.
Wow.
Black father.
Wow.
But the way he beat his ass though. Oh Lord. This poor baby here, his face is fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Now, should he have got his ass beat? Yes, he should have got his ass beat because shouldn't be no reason why you're molesting a little kid. Period. I don't give a fuck who you are. Period. You don't touch no child.
Period.
You old enough to where you can go play with a little girl. You know what I'm saying? That's your age.
Well, technically, you need to sit your ass in your place and be a fucking daggone kid and stay in a kid's position. You feel what I'm saying,
Yeah,
girl? But go ahead.
So the issue comes in at where were the parents while this was going on? As you walked in on the teen molesting the youngest son, where were you at? What was going on? Has this been something that's been happening to the teenager and he's now reacting out and projecting what's been done to him onto his little brother? Those are the questions that need to be asked. Now, I'm not going to be like Tommy Sotomayor and call him all kinds of names and shit.
Won't do it.
And say that.
Is there illnesses and sicknesses within the Black community?
Right.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But technically, all in a nutshell, it's pointless to sit there and ridicule something already. You done fucked yourself up. There's nothing I can sit there and say about you. There's nothing at all I can say about you. Is there any way we can share that on the camera?
I don't know. God damn, he beat his ass bad.
Let's see if we could try to share this on the camera. Do we have to minimize something?
I don't think it's
Where are you at? What are you on?
This is I have an app. I have a news app that pops up. Hold on.
My father faced with an unimaginable situation. Good evening, everyone. I'm James Mueller.
Hold on, wait, let's do it this way. Let's see. Is we gonna turn? Come on, pop up now.
Now at 11, bloodied and bruised, a father catching a teen he says was in the act of sexually assaulting his son. I got him in a bloody puddle for you right now, officer. My father faced with an unimaginable situation. Good evening, everyone. I'm James Mueller.
And I'm Winnie Ryan. Social media tonight buzzing about a dad taking justice into his own hands to protect his 11-year-old son.
For Alex Hobson, join the bottom of the intro with more. Alex?
Well, at this very hour, take a look. The story has been shared more than 1,000 times on our Facebook page, with folks speaking out overwhelmingly in support of the father who took matters into his own hands when he caught the alleged abuser he trusted as his son's babysitter. A beaten and bruised Raymond Frolander stood before a judge and didn't say a word during his first appearance in court.
Probably couldn't say shit.
Police arresting Frolander for sexually assaulting an 11-year-old boy. His face severely bruised after the boy's father caught him in the act and then beat him unconscious. This phone call to 911 happened shortly after.
I just walked in and found a grown man molested. And I got him in a bloody puddle for you right now, officer. Okay, sir, you discovered that he has been sexually abusing him in your home. You know, father to father did what father can do.
Police found Frolander motionless on the floor of the apartment where the sexual battery occurred. First responders had to take him to the hospital to be checked out.
I gotta get an ambulance. He's gonna need one. Will you let it mom?
The victim told them Frolander had been assaulting him since he was 8 years old.
Whoa.
You think to yourself, here's a young man who's innocent, who's taken away from, 8 to 11-year-olds should be outside riding their bike and playing sports and playing video games.
Frolander did not receive a bond and will stay in jail for the time being. Investigators are making sure he has not victimized any other children. Again, this police said Frolander.
So with that being said, that's just the bullshit that was put out there, and it's kind of fucked up and it's unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
You know, I found that story that you was talking about earlier this morning. Okay, now in DeKalb County, Georgia, approximately October the 26th, 2017 at 4:52 p.m. Okay, Police said a woman was shot in a traveling car along Interstate 20 in DeKalb County, was killed by a backseat passenger. Around 4 p.m., police responded to a report of a shooting on I-20 near Wesley Chapel Road. DeKalb County Police Department said responders tried to revive the 21-year-old woman shot in the back, who later died at a local hospital. Okay, police said at least one of the two other men in the vehicle told them the shooter was in a passing vehicle that fired in a road rage incident. Officers later determined that the gunshot came from the vehicle and arrested 22-year-old passenger who was not immediately identified. The suspect has been charged with murder. The officers cannot say if the shooter was international or intentional or accidental. My bad. I had dyslexia this morning.
It's all right. It's all right.
Hey, okay. The crime scene and response emergency crew on Thursday afternoon caused by snarling traffic during rush hour. At least two westbound lanes of traffic were blocked. Through rush hour, while the investigation combed over the scene. Do we have something that we can see if I can would I be able to?
Mm-hmm. What's going on with your volume today?
I don't know. Malfunctions, people, malfunctions. That's what happens, malfunctions.
Is your Bluetooth set up? Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. All right. Him gonna get it together today. Him gonna get it together.
Oh my gosh. Even though it's off, it's still not playing the sound. So what else?
They don't have any pictures for that incident though, other than the helicopter rolling the scene.
Let's see if we can see if you can pull it up on Fox 5 and share it on Fox 5 from Fox 5.
Okay.
Because the situation is actually that's an ill situation when you're talking about what happened in that vehicle. So basically, what the vehicle basically was probably in a disagreement, and one of the motherfuckers in the back pretty much pulled out a pistol and shot the woman that was driving the car. Okay, then turned around and tried to blame a passing car vehicle and say that the passing vehicle did it. Now I don't know whether or not these motherfuckers got common sense, because common sense will tell you straight up off gate. You feel what I'm saying? There's no bullet entry going into like the panels, the outside frame of the car, into the car, striking the woman in the back. You don't think that investigators were smart enough to put 2 and 2 together and say, hold on, wait a minute. We don't have no bullets coming from outside the car, like entering from outside.
Right.
This had to be from the inside of the car. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the shit that really tripped me out about that situation right there. Because I was looking at it like, the fuck was they thinking?
They weren't. That's the issue.
Like really, like what the fuck was they thinking? Like that shit don't make any daggone sense. Like dead ass. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay.
Critical alert from Microsoft. Your computer has alerted us. It is infected.
What the hell?
Technical difficulties, people. Technical difficulties.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. It's literally doing that for real.
What?
It just went.
Critical alert from Microsoft.
Okay, let's go ahead and close it down and then come back in, family.
Keeps popping up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to close it down. I'm trying to close it now. See, it won't even let me close it. Look. Okay. Whew. Okay. Whew, got it. Hopefully, it don't come back up. How about that? Tech support in the house. Woo, woo. Let's see. Okay, while we're waiting on that, how about this? Black woman goes into a police station in Chicago. She asks 2 police officers if they would kneel with her, put their fist up, and, in acceptance of the national anthem protest. Now, it was 2 black police officers that said yes, they would do it with the black woman, kneel for the protest, and they took a picture. Now, here's the issue. You are not an NFL player. You are not a regular bystander. Okay? Now, because of the publicity behind the protest, it has been questioned to President Trump. What do you think should happen to those that participate in the national anthem protest who are, as you say, governmental employees? This is his words. They should be fired. Now, what do you think happened to those police officers after their picture went viral of them taking the knee with the fist up in the air in their police uniform inside the police station with this black woman? What do you think happened?
Hold on. Go ahead. We're going to watch let you do it.
This is what happened. They got fired. No longer are you a police officer with the Chicago PD. How about that? No longer. Because you decided to participate in taking the knee. Now, it's nothing wrong with taking the knee because we all know if you're black, the reasoning behind the protest is valid. There's obviously some injustice in this fucking country when it pertains to a black person.
Mm-hmm.
Or as they like to say, person of color. Okay. Now, my thing is, I would never ask someone to jeopardize their livelihood. That's what I would never ask someone to jeopardize their monies coming into their home to benefit me. Okay. Secondly, why the fuck would you do that in the fucking police station? Is one. Why? That's all. Why? But why though? Why the fucking police station? You couldn't take that shit outside on the fucking curb to do that. You had to do it in the police station. Chicago, of all fucking places, you had to do it in the police station. Isn't Chicago one of those places that has like really bad violence?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And you decided on Chicago? Chicago PD, not no local authority, little city town police officer. No, Chicago PD. You real damn dumb. And you black? Don't you know that they don't give a damn about firing a black person? You should have found you a white police officer that had his job solidified and wasn't gonna lose his job. Why you had to jeopardize them 2 black men their job? To take a knee, to take a picture that went fucking viral, obviously. And obviously they fucking fired. You're fired. You're fired. Look, you're fired. That's how Trump does it. He does like the Hitler salute. You're fired.
Hold on, with the lip. Look like a fucking chimp.
But I swear it's how he does it. Okay, where is it at on there?
They don't give you a section where you can call in your.
Oh. I-20 hooting. It didn't take my ads. It says I-20 hooting. Boom, 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 boom. It's taking forever today. Do you notice that?
I noticed that. That shit is crazy.
Keep hitting it and it hurts. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's see. Play. And then we're going to do a screen share. Come on now.
While you're working on that,
Goodness gracious, I swear, this thing is like, whew.
Maserati driver gets 25 years in prison for 135 miles an hour fatal crash in Atlanta.
Good Lord. Good Lord. How fast were they going?
134 miles.
Good Lord. I would puke. I was going that fast. I would puke.
Hold up.
What's the color of this?
White. A man who was a member of the U.S. Coast Guard and pled to no contest to murder charges in a fatal car crash while driving a Maserati under the influence was sentenced on Thursday for the crimes. The blood alcohol level of Gregory Blakins, 43, was 3 times was 3 times the legal limit when he crashed into a Subaru, killing Rhonda Williams in January. That sounds like a black person, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There are no words, he said, visibly crying during his sentence. It's not who I am. I'm so sorry. After hearing his apology, the Judge Denise Lanford Morris called this a painful case and extremely a tragedy. She said she didn't know what he was thinking that day before sentencing him 25 years in prison for a homicide and 10 years of OWI. I don't know what OWI is. We may want to look that up.
OWI.
She said the time would be served concurrently. She also said that she'd never seen a drunk driving death that was this horrendous. Police said that analysts determined that the Maserati was going 100 miles per hour when it collided with the Subaru on Thursday. Judge Morris and Blinken said Blinken was driving 134 miles per hour and talking on the phone, bragging about his speed at the time of the fatal crash. The saddest part about it, this shouldn't have really happened, she said. I don't know what you were thinking on that day. Mr. Blinken said, I really don't. Yeah.
That's such a great response.
I really don't.
Sound like you're drunk already. I don't.
Police said that the crash scene extended at least 450 feet before the two cars finally stopped on Square Lake Road in Bloomfield Hills on the 25th of January. You know how hard he had to impact that? That's fast. Are you ready?
I'm waiting on it now.
Oh, it's still
acting like okay, it's playing full screen. We're gonna do a full screen view. How about that today? So you can see everything. How about that? Let's see if we can get some volume up in here. This is the scene right here. The police, they're overhead. And apparently there isn't any volume to it. Now this actually happened yesterday. I'm shocked they even had this on live TV of them out there in actually doing the crime scene investigation. You know, normally they like to keep that type of stuff private.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Sorry about that. Audio issues there. Don't mind my coughs at all.
Oh, so it was his fault.
Mm-hmm. like a Jeep truck.
Transports the hospital.
Okay. As you can see, come on now. Stop acting like you don't know. This got all our information on here.
Really?
Now they did update the article stating later that after questioning the two passengers that were also inside the vehicle, they determined that the gunshot came from within the vehicle, and another suspect who was 22 years old, which was a male, was arrested and charged for the shooting. Now, the young lady did later die after surgery at the hospital. But my thing is, what the hell happened inside that truck? That's what I want to know.
All right.
What was going on in that truck?
So leave your comments, hit like, subscribe, share, and we will be right back. All right. Love y'all. Peace.